for the beauty and the sunshine and the gift of so much love and friendship and so many ways in which Clare is going to be celebrated today, and that we ask that each of us be guided and strengthened in your spirit. We pray all this. Please rise as you are able. Please be seated. Good morning. It is still morning. It is a privilege for me to be able to welcome you here to this place and time. And before we get started, I'd just like to take a moment and ask you to ensure that your cell phones are on silent. The day has arrived when we gather in the spirit of holy love to honor the life of Clare Wiebe. During a conversation I had with Clare, she emphasized that one of the greatest gifts of life is always reciprocal, and it is the gift of gratitude. So on her behalf and on behalf of her family, I'm honored to say thank you. Thank you for sharing her life, her journey. Thank you for being present here today, those of you who are here in the sanctuary and all who are joining us online. Today is a celebration of life. We often call these events a celebration of life. But Clare made it very, very clear that today it's not only a title, today it is an action. Today is all about celebrating her life and every gift that she brought to it. It's about her laughter, her music, her wisdom, her passion, and her devotion to all that was important to her. Today is a true celebration of her life and the ways in which she has lived with and that will continue to live on in everyone that she touched. So we know this has been a very busy week for many of you as you've journeyed with Clare and have you been planning for today. So I just invite you to just be comfortable, to know that you are among friends and people who love you. And just like with all wonderful celebrations, it is okay to be who you are, to share your tears as well as your laughter. In the words of Clare herself, there is no right or wrong way to feel. So what does it take to make a beautiful life? Today we are reminded of what a beautiful life can look like through sharing stories and laughter, tears, and just the pure gift of being together to cherish her spirit. Candlelighting is a tradition that we hold here, and just recently we had our annual service of comfort, at which time we invite folks to come up and light the candles for loved ones. We light them to reflect that even though they're not physically with us, the light of the Spirit and the light that they brought to the world continues to shine and illumine our lives. So today, Claire's friend Lori and Claire's daughter Sarah and Owen are going to come and light a candle for Claire. Please join me in a prayer. Beloved Creator, as we gather today, we look around and see the beauty of what love can do as we meet one another in kinship. May we know the sacredness of this time as we honor the life of your child, Claire. We are thankful for the love that she has brought and shown the world through her loving family and her devoted friends and all who have been influential in her life. We're grateful for the ways in which she carried your song of love and joy into the world, for the legacy that she leaves and for the resonances that will linger in the great unfolding of time. May you bless our time here together as we truly celebrate her life and her spirit. Amen. At this time, I would like to invite Rachel to come up and share the eulogy.
Thank you to everyone for being here today to celebrate the life of my best friend, Clare Elizabeth Wiebe. Clare was 51 years old, and she is survived by her parents, Celia and Colin Campbell, her husband, Kevin, her children, Owen and Sarah, her brother, James, and nephew, Andy, and her in-laws, Helen and Herman Schmidt, as well as a large community of family and friends. She has touched the lives of so many people, and it means so much for us to see everyone here today. Clare was full of gratitude and was a person of unbelievable strength and bravery, honesty, kindness, and dedication. 15 years ago, our friendship started at a flu clinic at the old Sears, where Clare was my health nurse. I was at the right place at the right time to meet Clare. Within minutes of chatting with her, she said, "We are going to have a play date, and you are going to come to my place." Her outgoing personality and taking that initial first hard step led me from a path of darkness, and she took me forward with her on a path of joy, experiences in motherhood, and love. She is part of so many of my good memories that there are just too many to list. It has been a privilege to get to call her my friend. She often would say that we're sisters, and I felt she was. We raised our kids together, and our kids and our husbands knew that if we were on the phone, which was several times a week, we were unavailable for at least an hour, and many nights we would talk later than 11 o'clock until we became sleepy. Over the past few months, our long phone conversations were replaced by frequent in-person visits, which I hold on to forever. Clare provided valuable advice and encouragement. She was loyal and the source of so much laughter together. Outings to the mall, Pink concert, our trip to Banff last fall were all experiences I was happy to have with her. I know the impact she has had on my own life as well as others. It is also experienced by others. Clare and I have similar qualities of being chatty, and nothing ever is directly to the point. So when she asked me to do the eulogy, she knew that she was not going to get short and sweet. She was going to get long and layered. It is now time to start the journey through Clare's life. It all started October 19th, 1974, the day that Celia and Colin welcomed Clare into the world at the Royal Columbia Hospital in New Westminster. From the age of 4, she grew up in Regina, surrounded by her family. In 1977, she became a big sister to her brother James. Her mom, Celia, shared a story of when Clare was just 4 years old and had to have surgery to take her tonsils out. The anesthesiologist was ready to put her to sleep. She said, "Stop, I need my panties." She would not go to sleep until the nurse went down to get her panties. Once they were on, she said, "Okay, I can go to sleep now." After the surgery, the doctor came and talked to Celia and Colin and said in all of his years, he had never had a surgery delayed due to a 4-year-old needing her panties. So many memories were made in Regina, including the Rough Riders and Lions Band. She shared the story of the time that her mom and her got to go to the Grey Cup in Toronto and how that was a huge highlight in her life. Growing up, she was surrounded by the love of jazz music by her dad. She decided that she was going to play an instrument after 2 years of taking piano and joined the Lions Band. Clare played the flute, and many, many of her shared memories were centered around band camps, and traveling to Europe with her bandmates, color guard, being the only girl to play the bass drum, as well as being at the Winter Olympics in Calgary in 1988 with the color guard. Clare spoke often of the memories that she had with her friend Lisa, and all of the memories that she shared with the band. Band was part of who she was, and she wanted her children to have the same experience. In the summers growing up, she would spend her time at Jackfish Lake, Saskatchewan, with her grandma and her family, and later that was owned by her parents. If you look inside the pamphlet you were given, you will see a picture of the sunset view at Jackfish Lake. This was one of her favorite places to visit. In 1977, Clare graduated from nursing school at the U of S. It was there that she met Kevin. They told me the story about how they met, and again, it was an example of being at the right place at the right time, much like my meeting with Clare. They met on the phone. Kevin actually was calling for her roommate, but she had moved out, and Clare was the person who answered the phone. They had a blind date where Clare was to look for a blue jacket, and Kevin was to look for a red one at Bushwhackers Pub. They were married in, they were married in 2 years on August 4th, 2001. In 2003, Kevin finished his residency and had the opportunity in Red Deer. They bought their first home on Adair Avenue and introduced Penny, their golden retriever, to the family. Clare continued to work in public health, and she was moved to Red Deer, when she moved to Red Deer, starting off in Eggville. Kevin and Clare together went on many adventures, traveling. They were so committed to having a family, and their wishes came true November 2008 when Owen arrived. As a family of 3, they traveled to Cuba, Hawaii, Disney, as well as many other family adventures. In 2001, she began the house-building chapter of her life. Clare put so much love and time into building that home for her family, her personal touches everywhere in the home. I remember the absolute joy when she could show friends the plan and walk through all the stages of the build. Kevin told me of how she was particular about everything. She would ask his opinion, and Kevin would say, whatever's cheaper. And then when she still wanted him to pick, he would try to guess what she wanted. In the end, after so much decision-making, they had a beautiful family home. In April 2013, Sarah was born, and their family was complete. Sarah's middle name is Elizabeth, which is Claire's middle name. It wasn't until a few months ago that Claire asked me what my middle name was, and I told her it was Sarah. She was just so amazed and couldn't believe that all this time, Sarah Elizabeth was both of our middle names combined. Claire loved getting professional family photos and pictures with her kids growing up, where they were so important to her, for her to capture. Owen and Sarah meant everything to her. In 2018, the family added Molly, their golden retriever, to the family. Claire picked the puppy, and when I asked Sarah who named Molly, she said it was her mom. She told me how the name had to have a double consonant and a Y at the end of the name, just like her previous dogs, Penny and Taffy, her childhood dog. Claire had a close-knit family, and family was everything. Time together at the lake, annual trips to Cuba, playing games, or tea in the afternoon with her mom. Claire loved Glenn's and cream of Earl Grey tea. Her mom and her were very close, and she had so much love and respect for her. March 2022 was a devastating year that Claire was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Cancer wasn't going to slow her down, even with the huge obstacle of COVID. She took cancer head-on with bravery and completed 6 rounds of chemo. She had a Creative Memories conference in June in Minneapolis that chemo wasn't going to stop her from attending. She planned her chemo around the trip. She figured out when she would need to have her treatments and the timeline that it would take that she would be feeling better after the treatment. Kevin went with her on that trip, and she received the #1 Top Team Builder Award for that year, which was a huge accomplishment. After a couple more rounds of chemo, she had a nursing school reunion that she also attended. Just after the 3-year mark of being cancer-free, the cancer returned. In February 2025, she was very sick and was given the horrible news. Claire wasn't going to give up because that's not who she was. She kept pushing through and showing all of us what it meant to be resilient, grateful for every day, and brave. I haven't met a person so sentimental about everything that she has ever experienced, always showing gratitude. She held on to every movie stub, ticket stubs, anything that would help her remember events. Her children have very detailed calendars as well as scrapbooks so that the memories together can always be recalled. Sarah asked me if we were always going to remember her, and I assured her that there will always be memories that can be shared by others, and that her mom documented their lives together, so it can always be recalled from her notes and pictures. Fun fact about Claire is that she only had 3 cars in her whole lifetime. A 1992 Honda Accord that she had for several years and only had to part with it because of her drive to Eckville. It was then that she purchased the 2005 Acura MDX. She only partied with that a couple years ago because everybody was telling her it was time for a new car. She wasn't willing to give up the car that she loved so much, and Owen drives it today and also loves it too. Claire was passionate about Creative Memories and the Royals Band. It was those passions that she developed friendship groups of people that gave her a community of common interests, but also a network of close friends who were with her until the end. Claire held countless scrapbooking nights in her basement and overnight retreats. Ask any of the scrapbooking friends about their time together at the various retreats in Delburn, and there will be so many stories. Her other passion was the Royals Band. She led Owen to the path of the Royals because of her fond memories with the Lions Band, and she wanted her children to also have those experiences. A couple years ago, Claire decided to join the adult band and looked forward to her weekly practices and opportunities to perform. She was a fundraising coordinator for 2 years and invested endless hours into making it successful as she possibly could. Her true commitment to the Royals even showed this summer when her wish was for donations to be made to the Royals Uniform Fund instead of gifts, flowers, and food. Claire was thrilled that Sarah joined the Color Guard. This past summer, she even had several of Sarah's friends over to learn and purchase flags for all the girls that participated. Even though she was extremely tired this summer, she found the energy to pick up a flag and perform with the girls. Clare loved music, and her favorites were diverse. Some of her favorites were Madonna, Michael Bublé, Pearl Jam, Sarah McLachlan, and Bobby Darin. Clare's favorite album was the Charlie Brown Christmas. She expressed how she played it all year long. So as we move into the holidays, consider playing that album and think of Clare. During the celebration of life, you will hear a couple pieces from the Charlie Brown Christmas album that she chose for this day. You will also hear a piano piece played by Owen and by Sarah in the slideshow. Both of the songs were favorites of Clare's, and she requested that they be played today. When asked about what she learned in life and guidance to others, she said, to live a life of balance, to be strong when it's hard, and to be compassionate. She modeled daily resilience. She said that there is no right or wrong way to feel how you're feeling, and that every emotion is valid. Wise words from our beautiful Clare. Clare has so many admirable qualities, it's impossible to just list one. One of her strongest qualities is her acceptance of all and her loyalty. Her acceptance of everyone is shown in her friendship circles. She has friends from all walks of life. Her approachability, her beautiful smile, her infectious laugh made people feel welcomed. Loyalty to her family and friends was displayed on a daily basis. She would be there to support her friends and family if they were ever in a time of need, without hesitation. Clare was full of gratitude to others. Her summer backyard party was named Gratitudes, as she wanted to thank everyone for being there with her on this journey. Even in her final days and her final hours, she continued to be thankful and expressed her love for others. Clare has taught us that resilience is about embracing life. She met each moment with courage, each breath with gratitude, and each goodbye with love. Clare didn't want to be defined as the illness, but the strength that she had. Today we honor the strength and carry it forward in our own lives. Her resilience will inspire others. She often talked about butterflies, and I saw on a stepping stone the day after she passed that butterflies are the messengers of angels. I look forward to seeing butterflies this spring and being reminded of you. Rest peacefully, Clare. You will remain in our hearts forever. We love you.
Thank you, Rachel.
Beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. My lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the star, it's near watches the ships that go sailing somewhere beyond the sea. She's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea.
What a beautiful tribute to a beautiful life. Kevin and Owen and Sarah and everyone that is gathered here today and everyone that has loved her. And I really hope that these images, as well as the joy and the time that she's been with us, will linger with you for your whole lives. I hope that you will feel her gratitude for the gift of being here, for being your mom, your wife, your friend, your daughter. Hers has been a lifetime of meaning and purpose. She showed you the gifts that lie within you. And she empowered teams and bands and individuals to see the power that they could hold to create beauty and to foster love. It was Meister Eckhart who said, "If the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough." Clare was determined, as we've heard, and when I spoke with her that this celebration of life, what she had hoped, she really hoped that it would have a strong sense of gratitude. Because gratitude is soul-serving and transformational and flows from one life into another, into another, into another, like an ever-flowing river, nourishing life along the way. It's the gratitude that is deeply rooted in love. In 1 Corinthians 13, it says, "If I speak in the languages of mortals and of angels, but I do not have love, I am nothing but noise. And if I have grand prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to move mountains, but do not have love, I have nothing. If I give away everything I own and become boastful, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. It doesn't rejoice in wrongdoing. It rejoices in the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Love never ends." And now faith, hope, and love abide. These three. The greatest of these is love. Please join me in a prayer. Like a beautiful song, life is one unfolding melody in simple form as well as in creative artistic expression. And in the midst of it, we are all gifted with power to make it beautiful. We are thankful for all the ways that Clare has created beauty in this world. Like precious memories created in a scrapbook, she has been a gathering of glimmers of beauty and light, light in love and motherhood, marriage, friendship, kinship, gaining wisdom and teaching the strength that grows in determination and persistence, in loyalty, and in commitment to compassion and gratitude. Loving God, may all who have known her and loved her continue to share her essence, like the ripples in the water or the smoke that rises from a candle flame. We pray for all those who will be missing her. May they know your presence. May they feel her strength. And above all, may we all be a revelation that death cannot diminish the spirit of life or love. Amen. Did you want to say anything, or you're okay? Yes or no? Okay. Kevin would just like to share a few words. Yeah.
I was told I didn't have to do this, and probably whatever. I'm like, oh, I talk a bit, so I thank you all for coming. I thought I should say something anyway, so appreciate every one of you. Sorry the slideshow was a bit long. I did it, and I'm not good at editing out stuff, but my kids also contributed by the piano pieces that you heard in the background of the slideshow. Owen did one, and Sarah did the other one. There's a couple breaks in the music. We're not sure what happened there, but yeah, it was nice. And Sarah even volunteered that she'd play piano in front of all of us, or even cover for those silences. And she was like, "Should I?" And I'm like, "Well," and then the music came back on, and then we didn't do that. So it's been a long several months, I guess, and I guess Claire had ovarian cancer. She was diagnosed, and we always said it was a bit ironic that I'm an obstetrician and she ends up with ovarian cancer, but I know how that goes. Usually it doesn't end well, and so when she was diagnosed, she had surgery, and it was caught quite early. It was a 1C. Oh, okay. And actually, prognosis was supposed to be good. I believed it. She went through chemo, kind of just in case, and like survival was supposed to be really good. So she went through the chemo, and then we were kind of back to normal. In February, when she had some kind of bowel issues, I didn't even think that it could be a recurrence. That was so far out of my mind. And I remember the day that I thought that all of a sudden it struck me. It was like kind of in the middle of the night, all of a sudden it was like, what if this is a recurrence? When we got the news of the biopsies that it was recurrence, like I knew right away that it was done. So we've been kind of living the year like that. But to all of you, well, I guess the doctors, the hospital system, we complain a lot about it. But in the end, it served Claire very well. Tests were done, treatment was done. We waited some nights and emerged just like everyone else, but that was okay too. I'm sure the sickest people got dealt with first, but the system worked well. We went to hospice eventually, and it's such a beautiful place, and the care that was made for her there was outstanding. We're eternally grateful for all of that, for her family doctor, for her friends coming to visit, her mom, her aunt who were there tirelessly, other friends. I can't thank you enough. Numerous texts and hugs that we've received throughout the whole, 8 months, I guess. I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate you for all coming even today, I can't believe some of you guys made it here from all over, even North America. So, and just heartfelt that, wow, you guys came to attend this. I thank you so much. How we doing? We're doing okay, and the kids are doing, I always say, kind of better than expected. So we will be okay, and whatever, you guys are always invited to stop by and say hi. Whatever, come to our place for scrapbooking, I guess. Claire kind of wanted that. We have lots of scrapbooking stuff in many closets and stuff that I'm not going to get out myself, but you're welcome to it. The beer fridge is usually full, so yeah, help yourself. And thank you for coming. I know you guys won't forget Claire. We won't forget Claire. And I know you won't forget us as a family either. And again, I just appreciate that you guys are all here, and thank you. Sorry for rambling on. I didn't really have anything prepared, and it was even 50-50 that I was getting up here. But there's lunch downstairs. Don't forget to eat, because they asked how many people they're preparing for, and I think I over-prepared. But anyway, please eat, and then and I know some of you can't come to the cemetery. The cemetery is beautiful, and I don't expect you to come to the cemetery. It's cold outside, but yeah, I think that's going on this afternoon too. So, but welcome, and I guess wow. Oh, I was going to say this. Sorry. This whole process was a bit messed up because Claire planned a lot of it, and so like why are we here? We're here because of Claire. Why are we in this church? Because of Claire. Why are the songs that played Claire? So it's strange if you think of planning your own funeral, and even what you want there, and you tell friends, and you tell your husband. Your husband kind of often listens, but then her friend is like, "Don't forget this," and I'm like, "Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot that," and stuff. But yeah, I guess Claire wanted this to be a kind of a celebration. It was interesting. A couple of friends came over last night, and I was struck a bit because, wow, you guys know me, but and I did cry during the slideshow, but they came over and they were quite solemn and stuff, and hugs were done, and then it kind of just went back to the usual banter and telling stories and stuff like that. And I think Claire would have wanted that too, even in this setting and stuff. So thank you very much. Appreciate all of you guys, and thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Gratitude everywhere. That's what she wanted. So this is a blessing for Claire. Claire, as you journey on the wings of angels and in the presence of holy love, may you arrive to the place of eternity with a clear passage through the veil that separates the physical and spiritual worlds. And may you be welcomed with music and rejoicing in the presence of all who have gone before you, including your four-legged friends. May your soul's journey through this life leave gentle notes that resonate through all who have loved you today and always. And a blessing for all of you. And all of those, we have to remember there's those that are joining us online as well. This is a Celtic blessing. May the blessing of light be upon you. Light on the outside, light on the inside. With God's sunlight shining on you, may your heart glow with warmth, like a turf fire that welcomes friends and strangers alike. And may the light of the Lord shine from your eyes like a candle in the window, welcoming the weary traveler. And may the blessing of God's soft rain be on you, falling gently on your head, refreshing your soul with the sweetness of little flowers newly blooming. May the strength of the winds of heaven bless you, carrying the rain to wash your spirit clean, sparkling in the sunlight. And may the blessing of the earth be on you, and as you walk the roads, may you always have a kind word for those you meet. May you understand the strength and power of God in a thunderstorm in winter, and the gentle, quiet beauty of creation, and the calm of a summer sunset. And may you come to realize that, insignificant as you may seem in this great universe, you are an important part of God's plan. May God watch over you and keep you safe from harm. Amen.